And we're live on a Mercury day, giving speeches with sacred scrolls of knowledge and wisdom. I am the hostess with the mostest, the High Priestess Phoenix. I'm your spiritual healer, teacher, shaman, seer, oracle, lightworker, starseed, earth angel, mystic, medium, psychic, witch, yogi, guru, evangelist, North American Sybil. I am God's first child reincarnated, his messenger, prophet, whatever the fuck you want to call it. Lilith reincarnated. Lilith had many lives. I am the whole dark goddess package. I am just working through my Lilith. Watch out now. In order to keep up with me, you would have to see, where are they gone? What I posted on my community page and the last video I did. God had me unleash the fire upon another tarot reader. And that's cool, whatever. It just always happens. And I went into an explanation as they're false prophets and why he goes after specific ones. Now, in that was Wolfman. Wolfman doesn't practice what is preached. This is exactly what I send his videos to everyone and say. He can see the message in front of him, but he's not acting in that message. Right? Some of them can see the truth, but they don't actually stand behind it. So anyways, what am I about to do? Well, first off, I thought I was ready, and then God said, get all your tarot cards out. Jesus, God. All right, here's one. There's two, there's three, there's four. Is there another one, God? Do I have another one? Well, we got some Stranger Things tarot at the very bottom that my daughter's never touched. Okay, let's just start there. Basically, the problem with tarot readers... Ooh, a white candle came out. Ooh, that's for my... Ooh, okay. Okay. A ritual candle just popped out. Ooh! I just want to start with, we were in amazing energy yesterday. I spent half of my day with Buddha. I went into a deep, dark, unbelievable fucking sleep chamber. Woke up and then spent the rest of the evening with Krishna and his teachings. All way too hard for your freaking understanding. I promise you it was, and that's why there was no audio. So we spent a great day in the light yesterday. We're still in the light, but today, this teaching is really... has nothing to do with them. They don't teach you that. He's been pretty much teaching us a lot of what's going on lately. And myself, Hecate. I've been in my Hecate. Metatron. Who's Metatron? Well, he was a human. Enoch, right? He was a human that walked, and he was exactly that, another messenger of the gods. He was revealed like Dante, like myself, like Joseph, like all of the prophets. He was revealed vision, the visions into the other worlds, and he wrote the scribes about it. All right, so when we get into tarot, I've just finished up. Where's that book? I was really glad to put all this away, and it really didn't get put away at all. We had just finished up. It took a very long time to do it. I have done it 3 times, but this is one of my better versions, is I broke down the tarot cards and how they are an ascension pathway, and they're a healing tool. Now, I have lots of ways to show you. This was my most recent book that started it. It was a workbook, a guide workbook. So I was guided to get this and start it all over again with you. A little bit of differences in it. A little bit. Now, when I first got tarot, I had this. This is it. I didn't know what tarot was. Now, it has the gist of it, but they're super love and lightish. The card... This one fell out, and I have to keep it in there. But in essence, the Ace of Cups, or the Ace of Coins, an opportunity to create a new position, outcome in the material world. Be intentional about what you're manifesting through your thoughts, words, and actions. Jump down here. You have a lot of things happening at once, but you're able to manage your situation with grace. Multiple opportunities present themselves. Jump over here. A spiritual healer, deeply intuitive. Of course, we came right here. Able to hold sacred space for emotional self, radical compassion. Pay attention to your feelings at this time. One more, and I'll explain this. Mastery of Cups, and that's the king. To express one's emotions in a way that is informative and supportive rather than damaging. A spiritual master, appropriate boundaries, mastering the waters within. These taught me to see it in a singular form. I wasn't looking at someone else. They were telling me how to, at the end of each sentence was, telling me how to walk in this. How to walk in this. right? And then you can see underneath, overwhelmed, time to prioritize, blah, blah, blah. So since the beginning, I was guided in a singular form that this was all about me and what this card meant for me. This is what I was taught is for me. Okay? 9 of Wands, 10 of Wands. There's that Knight of Wands. Right? Even here, courageous, bold, empowered. A person who is in charge with energy and motivated to go after what they want. An opportunity to travel. You know what I mean? They were all, in the essence, love and light. Okay? Now, here's another one. Oh, man. Talk about baby steps. I just forgot. What came before those? Oh, these. My Dark Goddess Oracles are red as tarot. And that would be my Kanyan picture right here. And that's my Morgan picture over there. These are actually tarot cards, but they're nothing more than the goddesses. Isis, right? So who's Isis? The magician. Who's Demeter? They're all of the cards of the deck, right? All of them. And then it's got the chakra cards. And they tell you by all of the goddesses. So I was introduced to all my... There I am. I was introduced to all of my aspects along with the tarot. It was always about, you know what I mean? The divine feminine, right? Really? Yeah. These are tarot cards. I can show you. I was trying to figure out how the demon cards are tarot cards. I'm like, how are these tarot cards? In the essence. All right, so then those were my first 2 packs, okay, that I had guiding me. And then we got these, which are my Pagan Ways Tarot. This is what I stick to. This tells you a journey of the cards. It starts with the Fool, and it tells you, each page tells you how the Fool enters, where'd we go? The King of Swords. All right, so we are the Fool. And it tells you how we're taking this journey into this card. As the Fool comes to the end of his journey through the realms of swords, which is his mind, he encounters the ruler of the Lord of the power of air, right? So that's where they always are telling you, it could be an air sign, an air, what is it? What are your airheads? Leo, no, I'm thinking of fire signs. I can't think. The King of Swords wears a yellow, blah, blah, blah. I am the king of the power of air and the element close to spirit, which itself is a word. And it tells you about, the whole meaning. And then it tells you what this means to you in both ways. They really break down the cards. Most people get a guidebook, and then it's just like that. So that was my first one, and those are the ones I always use for you guys, because they're very basic and pictorial in the essence. Ooh, my King of Wands. It's because we finished on this card. You know what I mean? And it tells you, usually at the bottom, okay, there's the Queen of Pentacles, not helpful. All right, the Death card, obviously. And that's where you should be learning these Roman numerals up here. I don't. Fucking Wolfman uses them as a number sequency. I don't. The Seven of Cups teaches you one word, illusions. You know what I mean? So that's how they have them memorized, by a few words. They memorized a few words. I have stories of books that teach me, memories of what I learned when this card came up. And every time I bought a deck, I would go one card at a time, as I always do. We're going to take this slow. Did I always read the intros? Nope. That's what I'd be like, hey, look at all this shit is in this card that I've never read before. I have plenty of these cards that we still have not gone fully through, because we haven't. But as I tell people, by the time I get to the card, I already have a testimony to it. I can explain this card because I've been in this, we put down one card, which means in essence I moved into another energy, but I'm working through it. I don't pull the card until we're there. Beautiful, right? All right, so later, I think a year later, I got this book, The Pictorial Key to Tarot. That was the last time I tried to teach this shit to somebody. Seriously, I do it a lot, bro. I got a lot of videos of teaching people fucking tarot, bro. And this teaches it real condensed like. Look at this. The doctrine behind the veil. This, the suggestion is a respected... is this the High Priestess? The Lovers. Jesus Christ. Yeah, the High Priestess. No? What happened? I guess we're in the... it's the Lovers. I turn to the Lovers card. Alright, well let's just read it for shits and giggles. I'm not going to pour this in your face. I got to see this. The sun shines in the zenith, and beneath it is a great winged figure with arms extending, pouring down influences. In the foreground, and that's what it is, most of the traditional tarot will have these traditional pictures. In some way or another, they'll still keep the tradition of the pictures. So they're trying to tell you what this picture signified, the pictorials of it, right? Most of the tarot keeps the traditional pictures. I can show you that throughout it. Like, you know, if it's right now off the top of my head, I'm seeing the Seven of Wands. They show them with all of those sticks, you know what I mean, and all of that. Alright, so this is what it is. In the foreground are two human figures, male and female, unveiled before each other, as if Adam and Eve. Where am I in this? Oh, you're the third party. Get out of here. It's a party outside of them bullshits. Sorry, they're triggering me. As if Adam and Eve, and that's what he wants me to play, is he wants me to... you're scaring me, God. Sorry, hold on, I'm having a moment. This could be for you. No, it's for me. Oh, he's scaring me. I told you in that other video, he's sending a dude. I saw a dude getting off a plane. I was excited because he was getting off a plane. Who's he? I don't know! Oh, God, it's inside of me. Go check the cards. I don't want to know. It's coming. I can't stop it. I just have to prepare myself for whoever he and his plane is. Come on, not time for jokes. You're messing with me. Ugh, I'm gonna panic. Why? I'm Lilith, and I was supposed to be with Adam, but I didn't, so he got Eve, and now I'm back here, and I have to fucking be Adam and Lilith, and girls just want to have fun. Anyway, sorry. It's just, I got a lot of fire. These two bring up a lot of fire in me. You're so unhealed. I am so great. Shut up. Fuck. Breathe the fire. Are you okay? Yeah. Ugh, unleash the beast. Meaning my destiny is your destiny. Oh, God. Oh, God. They're holding hands. They're making me scared. The pictures are seeing me. You're scared of the lover's card? Yeah, bro. God. God's love. It's intense. Alright, let's just keep going. When they first occupied the paradise of the earthly body, behind the man is the tree. Let me give you this picture while I read it to you. Damn it, Beavis. Is the tree of life. Who's in there? Me. Behind the man is the tree of life, bearing 12 fruits, and the tree of the knowledge of good and evil. What are the 12 fruits? Oh, the fruits of my spirit. Anyways, it's behind the woman. The serpent is twinging around it. The figure suggests youth, fertility, innocence, and love before it is contained by gross material desire. This is in all simplicity the card of human love, here exhibited as a part of way, the truth of life, truth and the life. It places by recourse of its first principle, the old card of marriage, which I have described previously at the later folies, which depicts a man between a vice and a virtue, in a very high sense. The card is a mystery of the covenant and the Sabbath. Did you know that that's all hidden behind the lover's card? Or you're just like, oh look, you're gonna get a new love. You're gonna get a new lesson. Sorry. Oh, God, you're making me ill, God. I'm facing fears. Anyways, get back on. Come on, let's go back to the universal knowing of whatever we're going through. All right, so then there's that. So did we read all that? Nah. Did you hear all the heavy verbiage and shit? It's like reading scripture. And that's it. It's like they designed these, and he's the designer. Damn it, I gotta read his fucking oracle so you can understand this. In a minute. After that, where'd we get? The Quantum Tarot. That's where he really starts coming in. And these are kind of like every time I stare at these, they're like 4D and above. They like pop at me. I don't know. It's like I'm wearing 3D glasses when I stare at these, and the images literally, I'll be like in front of them. I'm like, do you guys see that? Do you see that? I'm serious. I don't know if you have the eyes to see, as Wolfman says. And then I got these. How far did we get? Not too far, because these are fucking intense. They're using planets, obviously this guy. They're using the planets and the constellations, which I should be knowing, but it's like that one class in school that you don't pay attention in. We're really getting shoved into it, which is back into astrology and Vedic astrology, and I told you that when I took that test. I was weak in that. I'm cool on the tarot. We passed the tarot. Like, what are you talking about? We took a test with the Kalik on Friday, and it said that we passed the test. You'll have to go watch it to see. And I'm going into it. And that's where Steve's Loves Tarot is. I don't know. That's where he's coming from, because he bases all of his readings on the planetary movement. And that's why his are so accurate, because he's going to the fucking source of where the energy's coming from, and it's these fucking planets. Why? Because it's a planetary energy, then we're just part of the loop. Get with the loop. Who am I? Goddess of the moon. Who are you? I don't know. Some weird being on one of these planets that's been abandoned here on Earth. Just kidding, Starseed. They miss you. I am so funny. You hear me? Oh. I can't even contain it. I can't contain the universe inside of me. It makes me just burst into joy. I'm like, Jesus Christ. Anyway, so this starts off real ooey, right? Real ooey. Let's talk about these ones. The world. That's what they said. The theory of everything. The world shows that we have resolved the paradox of living in the limited being in an ultimate cosmos. How are you embracing infinity in the finite world? I just want to point out where we went, dude. We went to the sun, judgment, world. This is the end. Universe. That card has a universe, but it is the world. And this one has the phoenix. The phoenix is the evolved fool, rising from the ashes to begin his journey anew. This time, the whole universe is his playground. What has been reborn in you? So it gives you a little understanding, but then it goes deeper. Look at the understanding of the hangman. Holy moly. So we would do a couple of them, and I'd just ask you the questions, like Six of Pentacles. How are you more open to giving and receiving, right? And this is teaching you. Where are we looking at someone else? I've always been focused on us. The cards were always a focus on us in tarot, focusing on our ascension through the cards as a story. And I told you, even in these, it says, after you've completed the universal, you start all over as a fool again. And that's the same exact thing that says in my card over here. So in essence, I've been guided a different way, but you guys, I was guided by the owls. Because why? I am, here, temperance. No, that's it. Tower. No, because I am not you. And this is where it is. My world card is the universe. And it says right here, the fool is ready to re-enter, I'm right here. The fool is ready to re-enter the world, but rather than being fooled by the illusions of his ego, that means you've went through every layer of this deck. You learned the lessons as they played out in your life. He now acts from his soul. He sees the divine in all things, which means that he will never be detached from the world, but actively involved in it. He comes back from his journey with the power to help his fellow beings. His journey isn't over, but a new one is about to begin. And that's where we are. We're at the beginning. We're at the end of the beginning. The darkest before the light. We're waiting for the new moon. It's still the dark moon. We're facing all the last bit of the darkness to start this new cycle of the wheel. Which is what? Oh, God, it's just another year. And we'll be looking back at it. It's like, this is it. This is the graduation, the initiation. It just goes through. It's just as fast as New Year's. You're anticipating that one moment. You're waiting for that one moment. Everything's going to be new in this moment, but then the moment passes and it's the same old same shit. You're still doing what you were. This is not that. It's a meet you at the crossroad kind of thing. All right, so that's where this is I had lots, we got deeper. We didn't just stick with one deck. We ascended out of that deck. Then we understood that deck and we were put into another deck. Not because we wanted new pictures, because we needed new guidance. And yeah, they come with lots of pictures. All right, so then, and that's it. Can I show you this one? It has 3 more cards, obviously, than a typical one. Do you guys see them pop out like I do? Here's the Fool card. You're starting your journey. And that's what we keep saying, is we're starting our journey. And then this is where someone like Wolfman could help me, because these are just labeled with the numbers, the Roman numeral numbers. So he could look at that number and know what it is. What is that card? Is it the Lovers again? Oh my God, Becky. Stop it, God. And that's it. Are you manifesting? No, I'm attracting. I'm in that Empress mode and I have nothing to do with it. And I can't repulse it because I want it. I'm just so scared. That's all your challenges, bro. You're bringing this in. Ooh, what's this one? What's this one, Wolfman? Ooh, that looks good. Is that the end? Is that the infinity? Is that the fucking Phoenix card? Oh, bitch. Let me see. Did we get through all these? No, I told you. We didn't get through them. Do you read all this? And it comes in different languages. Sí, habla español. You could teach the Hispanics. We could do this together. You could be my translator. I need a lot of those. Like, what is that card? And that's it. You should recognize the imagery. Have we ever seen this? It looks like the Phoenix. I'm trying to find it. Well, I mean, the reason I said that is because, no, maybe it's the universe. We're at the end. No, it's V. V. What is V? V. I don't know. Roman numeral nothings. This is pissing me off. What is it? What's the card? See, and that's where I'd be like, oh, you know it all? I don't know it all. Oh, it's the strength. Well, I saw the infinity card. We just went to the strength. He's telling me to be strong because I pulled out the lover's card and freaked out. Did you see what God just did? He said, be strong. I'm like, what does that mean? What are you trying to tell me, God? He said, be strong. For what? To love someone? No, not to lose myself in love. And that's what it is. It's like, the lover's card. It's innocent love without all the restrictions of the mind. You're just like, oh, 10 toes down. I love you. Fucking cupcakes and shit. I see an amazing future with you. Oh, God. I feel it in my jellies. Anyway, so then we learned the tarot through there. Right? And then, have we gone through all these? No, bro, I told you, we can't. Why? Because we got lots to go through. Then came the highest level of tarot there is that I got. Dun, dun, dun. The Notoria. The Notoria tarot has a tarot number attached to it, but so much more. I'm going to start with this, and then I'm going to read this card, and then we'll make this all make some sense. We'll throw some clarifying cards in. I hate you, God. Alright, where are we currently? Dun, dun, dun. Can you read that, tarot readers? Do you see all of that energy we're currently... Oh my God, it's the Emperor! Oh my God, Becky! Every time I try to calm down, they keep shoving this guy at me. I am literally going to fall out of my chair. At least I shaved my legs this time. Every time I get to hear new love, I'm like, ooh, I should shave my legs. Jesus Christ. Cheese and rice. Alright, so in the top left-hand corner right there, you're going to see an angelic seal. That lets you know who your angels are that are working with you. The next number is going to be the original number by which the angel is classified in the Shem HaMeph or something. Has to do with Jewish shit. Jesus was a Jew and they made names for everything. Do you know? I don't know either. Alright, that third one is the name of the angel. Who is he? Amabel. Amabel. I hear that. Alright. The fourth one, right there, is the tarot card number and the name used, the name to use Notoria as a regular tarot deck. You see it? The tarot card number. So there's your numbers, Wolfman. And then for us dummies, that's the Emperor. Underneath that is the planet attribution. What planet is that? Better plan it out. Underneath that is the zodiac sign. It's a water sign. Could be a... Oh my God! Becky, no, that's a Pisces, I think. And under that, deep under that, is the traditional erotesic attribution of the angel within the corresponding tarot card, and associated by the, oh God, these are the dark teachers, Eliphas Levi or Aleister Crowley, regarding the minor arcana only, including court cards and aces. Meaning what? They changed the book. Do you see that? So if you have, in order to read this card fully, you have to know all of the layers of existence that are attached to the Emperor card. I am super challenging fucking Wolfman in this conversation. But do you see why I always challenged you? I had a very higher understanding of tarot. You are not wrong. You just don't know all of the right that goes with it. And you think you know everything. And that's where it is I can look through the planets to know where we are in the cards. We look through all of it. All of it is put together. And now, as stupid as it is, we can find that planet. What's that planet? And that's it, too, is the Tree of Life. Now we're going into the Tree of Life. So the Tree of Life is ruled by those planets, remember? So we know where we are in the planet, and the planet aligns with the chorus of where we are. So we're on, what number 61? Hold on. So in essence, I could tell you everything about where we are in one card. We're in our Emperor status. Lovely. Amabel. Oh God, and it comes with a Latin invocation. What's your Latin? Si habla español. God above all names elevated. Ooh, that's exactly what I've been talking about. Invocation. Sit nomi Domini benediciam et hac nunc et use in seculium. So I'm just pronouncing the letters. Do you know what you're saying? I always hope that we're not invocating anything worse. Amabel leads to the understanding of how and why certain impulses from the higher spheres affect the planes of manifestation. That's it. Making you aware. You're standing and you're having an understanding. Let's see. A knowledge that will enhance learning. Excessive authority and impulsiveness would lead this energy of the angel to degenerate into stubborn tyranny. And that's it. What's the opposite of an upright emperor? This. Excessive authority and impulsiveness, right? That makes him a stubborn tyrant. A tenacious exercise of one's privilege, or at the extreme, laziness, weak, or rejection of just authority. So where are we? With our archangels. In the tarot, we said that it's the emperor. The planet is the sun. Oh, the sign is Aquarius, right? And Erotesic is the Eight of Wands. All I know about that is the sun is everything being brought to light. Aquarius would have to do with Neptune and, you know what I mean, higher understanding, you know. Eight of Wands is taking action, and the Emperor is the leader of action. So we're only in the Emperor status. We haven't gone all the way through the deck. We haven't even hit the major arcanas. How long will we stay here? Sometimes months. I'm guided when to pull these cards, when we're in the energy, and obviously we are. And that's it. We went from the Empress to what? The Emperor. And that's how it is. It's shown as a journey, but each time we go through this, we have, you know, it's just levels of it. And you're repeating levels, you know, becoming stronger. As fucking my guides say, the marathon continues. It's muscle endurance and fucking Kobe. It's like, why are we still dealing with this? It's that time again. Why? Don't ask why. Doesn't really matter. Okay, now, with all of that being said, I wanted to pull out this. In the Black Arts, they teach you how to use the tarot as well in the Ascension path. Have I seen it? Have I read this? I've seen it. That's Solomon. Really? There's a lover we haven't talked about. Alright, mundane astrology? No. Natal astrology? No. We're going to learn all that. That's chapter 5. The elixir of life. I tried to explain that. Making stones. No, where's the tarot? Oh god. What do we got now? The names of power. Invoking names of power. Gematria. That would be Metatron. The paths of tarot. Here we go. It's chapter 2. We didn't get too far in this book, did we? No, we just jump around. Why? Because nothing is linear. It doesn't go in order. You can't just go. There's no order to the chaos. That's what I teach you, is the complete order in the chaos, as the goddess of chaos. It's not me. God is chaotic. All right. Jesus Christ. Hold on. You need that card back. It's talking about the spheres of the tree of life. This goes back to the Kabbalah teachings. Please stop making me pull everything out. It teaches you. It's a way to God, right? It's an ascension path, right? And it goes on and on. Hold on. There it is. Thank you. Jesus Christ. I just really couldn't do this right now. All right. See this? Look at it closely. I want to just give you I don't have these images to put up on the board for you. I do. I have a card, but then I have to do all kinds of shit. All right, look. You're going through the planets. Oh, God, I see path 7, the lovers. What's right there? That's where Jesus lays. Right here, number 3. In the highest throne. Right? There's the chariot, justice, the devil, all of that. You see where we go? The female pope. Who's that? The high priestess. Why do they call me a pope? Do I get a hat and a dress? And then there's the fool. And that's it. You take this paths. They're all pathways. So that card I just pulled out said that we were right in the middle. Or as soon as you leave, they're at the bottom, 10. 9 is your angels. 8 is your archangels. And then conveniently, we pulled what? The 8 of swords. Okay? And then we can see this. And that's how they said they could see how you were moving through this tree of knowledge and wisdom behind Adam and Eve. That's the tree. I'm the serpent in the tree. I teach you how to move through the fucking tree of life. And I tell you about all the beings that live in this tree of knowledge and wisdom when you ascend out of your lower ways of thinking. But again, so does the tarot. There's ascension pathways. They're not just, let's have a look about the person that's not talking to you right now. Can you focus on you? That's not what those cards are for. Can you understand why God's not happy? Oh, and then we have the sample birth chart. Natal astrology. Okay, I need to bring this in because we did a huge teaching. Krishna did a whole breakdown of the universe last night that you guys didn't get to hear. Astrology. Vedic astrology. This is astrology before Western civilization changed it. There's two different forms of this. And that's what I teach you in all these books. There's, Christ is in all of it, but they all have different versions of the shit. And that's what I just showed you. How many different versions of tarot and how it is all just an ascension and not what you're using it for. Now, we are breaking into this, and this is his teachings. I'm going to read his card and finish this all up on that. This is the birth chart. Depending on where you were, location-wise, and the planets that were aligned when you were born, that's what you were created of. You were created of the universe. At that time, wherever the universe lied is what lies within you. Now you use that chart to understand how much more universal energy you need to incorporate. I'm going to give you something that nobody ever should give you, and I knew it was going to come up because it's on the top of my shit right here. Where is that damn book? I wrote down my... And you're not supposed to give this information because people will know your weaknesses. I am the goddess. You cannot stop what I'm here to do. You're just annoying yourself. In the essence, people could waste their time in life trying to stop someone like you. But they can't stop me. Hold on. So, based on my natal chart, I wrote this down. One day. A long time ago. How long? A long time ago. There it is. Hold on. It's in this book. I just wrote it down one day in this book. I know I did. I just don't know where. I wrote down my placements. Maybe it was in the back. Where is it? Here we go. All right. So they're always like, if you have a Sagittarius placement. Just off the top right here, I have Sagittarius in 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 of my houses. You're dealing with a full-blown Sagittarius, bro. All right. I have 2 placements of Scorpio. And that's, I'm just going to be honest, Scorpio is in my Saturn. I'm always being pushed in my freaking, whenever Saturn comes around, I'm pushing my sexual alchemy. Jupiter, that's my sexual alchemy. I'm always pushing those, right? I'm really basic on this one. The only thing that I have to balance out is Pluto, which again is Scorpio. I'm here like, dude, I'm ready to get this done, dude. I am. Look at my GPA. Look at my GPA. I'm almost a full Jupiter. I'm almost a full Jupiter, bro. Which is what I was before I got fragmented. You're Jupiterian? Yeah. What are you? But I mean, whatever. Anyways, moving on. So you take your birth chart and you know what you're made of and you know what you got to go through based on your 12 houses, right? And that's how you work through it. So as the 12 signs move and those planets move around, this is your ascension. This is what's being done. The planets are pushing the energy for you to become fuller in your energy, fuller in your experiences, a full universal being. Something like that, right? Where's that natal chart again, God? I don't know. You lost it. Keep up with me. So that's where we're moving into next, is a full understanding of the planets. And you see I have the quantum tarot to start working us through that. That's how we're going to be baby stepped into it. We take a knowing of something, which is the tarot, and we don't stop knowing it. We have a greater knowing of it, which what we're going to do is incorporate his understandings. Now, what's that up there? Metatron's cube. That has to talk about energetic fields, the connection to the oneness, in the form of technology and electricity. All right, where's that? I have made a huge mess of my station. This is somebody calling Consuela to clean this shit up. Sorry, I'm funny. Let me find it. All right, so who's he? Another one. We learned the ascension through our archangels. We work through our chakras, we work through our shadows, we work through our healing. We learned herbs and oils, sigils and fucking archangels on our way through the tree of life. When you get to the end, and that's that universe, we keep pulling the world in the end. The very end, is Sir Melchizedek up there. After you've walked with all of the angels, right? You're with him. Now, again, these are guided meditations. You actually visualize and meet these angels. After that, the very end of this, to truly embody one's highest truth and light takes great courage and strength. When you step into this role, you become aware that you have a responsibility, not just to yourself, but to all life, to embody the divine human form and the highest level of spiritual attainment. We can reach here on earth. As a Melchizedek soul, your task is to heal and integrate all your lifetimes within this current lifetime and become one with your God self. I taught that last night. Krishna teaches the same thing. Buddha teaches the same thing. They all talk about mastering yourself in this life. These are the ascending masters that came to teach you in other cultures and times how to master yourself. Because you are in the darkest dark, you need me to teach you to master yourself, but you need their teachings. I teach you how to master your dark feelings. That is me, the dark goddess. I teach you how to master your dark feelings. We are still guided by those of the earth, you know what I mean, the light, right? I hold their light, their teachings, their understandings, and I bring it to you with my understanding of the dark feelings that you're in, because I'm the dark goddess, that of your chaos and feelings, right? So it's my job, because I made a promise, to come back and help you ascend. And I teach you in all ways. Okay? The tarot readers are not teaching you to ascend, and they're putting all these great titles of, the ancients on them and acting like they're, powerful. And the ascending masters have a problem with you. We have a serious problem because the tarot came from someone like him. Right? Now, who is he? He's part of the golden ray. Christ up there is part of the rainbow ray. Melchizedek is the violet flame. You have to understand, and it teaches us through all of this, all of our spirituality. I think he's right here. Yep, Metatron, ancient wisdom. What is this? He's the enter into the golden, and that's how we learn how to use with colors, and all of that. So this chakra is the stellar gateway, 12 inches above your crown. The healing qualities that he gives you is direct access to source, an understanding of infinite nature, limitlessness, divine insight, enlightenment, and he holds the Christ light for you. The crystals that you can use during this time are gold techite, pyrite, citrine, golden topaz, or healer's gold. I've told everyone since the beginning to get a citrine, but all of that too. His oil is frankincense, same as Christ. Frankincense and myrrh is Christ. Okay? The constellation is Orion's belt. We read that in another one of ours. I can't remember, but it was over the weekend. We read about something beyond Orion's belt, and I said I didn't want to get into the cosmic wars of the Palladians and those of Orion. He's beyond Orion's belt, beyond the wars and shit. It's another thing. It's the constellation or the star is Orion's belt, the Golden Council, the Three Kings, and then it has those sigils. All right, this is where you are, which is pretty fucking advanced. You get to go further than I started. Only one of two angels who have said to walk the earth as a human being, the other being Sandalphon, Metatron's earthly name, was Enoch. He was known as God's voice and the divine mediator with humanity. He sits at the very top of the tree in the Kabbalistic tradition. He helps us to connect with ancient wisdom so we can tap into our true genius. If you ask him, he will activate your DNA, your crown, and your upper chakras. When you are ready, he will illuminate your soul with missions so you may step on the ascension path and become the best version of yourself. Early in my journey, while attending a healing workshop, and this is their story, I want to move on. A remarkable thing about this experience is that it was entirely holographic in nature. And that's what I said, it's holographic. He says, I am Metatron, with a booming voice that seemed to echo out of the heavens. Metatron showed me a large, multifaceted golden symbol, his geometric cube, which could be brought down through the energy field to elevate a person's vibration, cleanse, balance, and align their chakras, and provide deep healing and transformation. That's where sacred geometry comes in. all of those figures, shapes, aligning of the shapes creates what? If you take together, and that goes back to simple, not geometry, but simple science, when we used to play with triangles and squares and circles and build things with them. They were the building blocks. They're energetic building blocks. Great, right? Yeah, wisdom and knowledge and all that shit. He sits at the top. He just passes down the knowledge. I'd just be slithering through the bullshit. Anyways, moving on. When I came out of this experience with my eyes open, another healer, said that they saw it, and there was a big old white feather at the bottom. All right. You are crowned with the light of Source because you are a divine incarnate. Walk on the earth as an angel, and life shall conspire to lift you up. Wisdom is available to those who truly follow the integrity of their heart. And that's it. You guys are not working from your heart. You're working from your mind to be all powerful and logical and charming and sophisticated. They call that a charlatan. Take it easy. Become the angel. You share the wisdom of Metatron when you realize we are all connected through the oneness of the Creator. All things, all beings have consciousness, even the rocks and the trees. So live your life from the perspective that all existence is part of you and is sacred. When you understand the principle of the microcosmo to the macrocosmo, you will also understand... Okay, he's telling me, come on... We are being forced to start using the, I'm being forced, the force is inside of me. We're being forced just to move into the quantum tarot. Like, we're being forced into it. I was like, come on. He's like, you already know the other ones. We just went through a whole knowing of the other ones. It's time to learn something new. That's it. As soon as you learn something, they want you to learn something new. He wants you to understand with the principle of the macro to the micro to the macro. Throughout reading the cards, you'll understand your connection to the planets as we learn astrology. Do I have anything on astrology? Yeah, kind of. We'll start with the basics of what I do have, and when we have enough, then they'll give us more. We don't go looking for more. I've got plenty to start us off with. And that's it. That's what they want us to do, is to understand our connection to the planets. That's what he said. I want you to understand your connection to the planets. Use the tarot so they can understand the planets. And that's when the shit popped off last week with Twin Flame, I went straight for the planets. I said, let me pull out my Sabbath book and see what's moving on with the planets. But it doesn't know all the planetary movement. But then you go to fucking Steve's Love Tarot, who's watching all the placements of the planets, and he knew what was going to happen. When you understand the principle, is it the knowing? I mean, the knowing is only preparation. You still have to go through it. You don't get out of it. Knowing is only preparing you for what's to come. I know there's a dude coming, and they're not going to let me try to forget it. They're trying to get me prepared instead of me running from it. So that's why every other card is, are you ready? Are you ready? Are you ready? I'm not ready! Get ready. You could say it a million times and try to run and hide, but they're coming. In this case, a lover. Which for someone like me, that's scary. You have to know my whole story. But that's what it is. You can look to the cards and see, and we'll do that real quick before I leave here. What's coming. If I pull out the Lover's card, I'm going to fall out of my chair. Anyways, when you understand the principle, that's what they want us. We're going to make a shift into the quantum tarot. Go get you some quantum tarot. Which, in essence, we're going into the quantum realms and taking you into another realm, which is, it's so weird, because I was just barely taking you into the spirit realm, and now I'm taking you to the top of the tree. And that's it. It's like, you don't have to... You know, they're mad about your direct access to God. I am going directly to God with this bullshit. You're not in my way. He's not in my way. They're trying to stop me from going up there with that bullshit. But, you know, there she goes again. There goes Lilith, fucking running through the tree, acting a fucking fool. And that's where I can show you who's with us, who's running around the energy with us, where we are in this tree of life. Truly, I can show you where we are with the guides and everything, what we're facing. Because I'm just running through the shit. When you understand the principle, blah, 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 you will also come to understand that you're not just a bystander in your experience here on Earth. You are a powerful, angelic God creator, capable of mastering many great feats. That is why you have come to this planet at this time. You are one of the souls who have chosen to be here to assist in humanity's awakening and rebirth from fear to love. What does that mean? We have to go through our fears to love. That's how we teach them, by doing it. You don't just talk about it, you do it. Do it. Face your fear. I'm trying. Walk soft upon the earth. I've been doing this for a long time. Walk soft upon the earth, knowing that she's an extension of you. You may wish to study sacred geometry and the secrets of alchemy or hermetic principles to further awaken the wise one within. Well, that's where our introduction to Jewish mysticism came from, is them. We've got such a... Did you hear that? I just gave you the curricular for the next fucking season. What are we studying? Oh, God. Astrology and natal charts, the movement of the planets and how that works. We're going to align that with the tarot. I'm also going to break you into... Oh, Jesus. An introduction into the Hermetic principles and all of Jewish mysticism that stems from the tree of life. Jesus was a Jew, so we're not leaving anything that wasn't unholy. That's very holy. It's some holy shit right there. Is what we're going into for our next teaching. And that's it. I run Hogwarts Station. This is a new class. It doesn't matter your age. And that's what I was watching yesterday. I was watching that movie Holes, where they dig all the holes and shit. And it's like, it didn't matter your age. You went to school. You learned with everyone else. We all learned together. We already learned this. You're going to learn it again, and we're going to teach others how to get strong on it. We want us all to be on the same page. You know, in the original days, in the 50s and 30s and stuff like that, they had one school, and they taught one class. There was one teacher that taught all the kids what they could. You were lucky to get an education. You didn't have so many classes where you went from, you get to learn science, and then you go into math, and then you get a lunch break, and then you get this. We do that over here. I run all different types of Hogwarts Station, all types of fucking, you know what I mean, other world information. I do that because I have not, the right teachers haven't linked with me where they could take on some of these teachings. The church isn't a building. Know that. And going back to the tarot readers, you're not a messenger of God. In order to be a good teacher, you have to be a good student. I had to learn this before I could teach this. I had to learn it to master it. This isn't my first rodeo. In essence, I'm not learning anything I didn't learn before. I had all of this knowing within me. You have to reawaken your knowing. You can't just be a know-it-all because you don't know shit. And tarot readers are not awoken. I can teach my daughter how to read tarot right now. She's woke as a human being. As whether or not she'll see visions and use it as a, divine interactions is something different. I show you that with all these tarots. They go around telling people they're magicians, they're seers, they're sages. They use the words of the ancestors, but they don't have the powers or have not walked through the rites. They don't have the rights to say that they're such things because they haven't done the rites and rituals to become such things. If they wanted to, then yes, go through the fire of initiation. But don't come out on some watered-ass shit saying that you're a fucking chosen one, that you're a fucking divine feminine or a divine masculine working through the ego of your mind. There's nothing divine about your mind. The fight against your mind is the divine work. And that's what these fucking, my book starts with, the Ace of Swords. We start with your mind. I did a huge teaching on the workings of your mind with Carl Jung, Krishna, and God, I'm upset about it. It was a huge teaching last night about the inner workings of your mind. We're here to reprogram your mind, to get out of your mind and get back into your spirit. Tarot's not spiritual unless you're using it as an ascension pathway. Otherwise, you're just using it as a fucking stalking tool. A way to condemn people and tell them how to live their life. Same as the fucking Bible. Telling people how, what makes them worthy and what makes them good, what makes them right. You use this book, this card, as all knowledge and wisdom against others. I use this as knowledge and wisdom to enlighten you. It's all about enlightening you so you can ascend from the bullshit ways that you live your life and the way you think. I, too, have to be, baby stepped into it. Today is Wednesday. I have 2 days before my next tribulation comes, where they come in and show me something I never saw before and shatter my belief system and my fucking heart and make me have to live different in this world. I'm going to have to take action. What is it? Didn't you just see a lover? No, I didn't see this coming. How did you not? You weren't paying attention. You didn't see what was coming. Every Friday. It's not really Friday, it's Saturday. But it doesn't matter. We just put days on the energy as the sun and moon move. Saturday, we're pushed to limits. What are my limits? Scorpio. Right? Love. Friday is a Venus day. What's inside of my heart? Hurt things about love. Where are we today? Wednesday is a Mercury day. Communications. Information. Transmissions. Go through this. So it's like, you know, get on it. Get on with it. Get on with it. Get ready. And that goes back to the twin flames. Come on, bench warmers. Are you getting off the bench this week? Are you going to get in the game this week? Get fucked up and sit out a couple games. I get it. But at least get your fucking shoes on and get out here. You keep watching it and watching it and watching it. Stop watching it and start doing it, bro. Stop studying it and start mastering it. The practice is the mastery of it. I'm not telling you to practice this shit. I'm telling you to master this shit. When you get out there, it will consider, as Kobe says, it's just practice. Practice becomes perfect. Am I perfect? No. Every fucking Friday for how many years? 35 years we're going to do this. And anytime those planets move around, you're going to fuck with my brain and my heart. Try to make me be a better person. Every fucking time those planets move around. Every fucking Friday, Saturday. Yep. Till the day you die, bitch, you're getting better at this. What? When will it end? The marathon continues. Keep your head up, shorty. Don't make me call you a bitch. Jesus Christ, spirit guides. I can't loosen up on you when they're not loose on me, bro. But just do it. If you need a break, take a break, bro. But at least get in there, bro. Get your hands wet. Get your feet wet, bro. Just swim, bro. Don't tell me you're trying. Do it. Just jump into it. And obviously, this energy isn't just for me. As much as I'm telling you, I'm encouraging some dude to jump at me as much as I'm scared of it. And that's it, too. I got to jump at him, too. That's what they're telling us to face. Lovers. Love. 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 And that's it. We're supposed to be working on it. Oh, God. Let me just turn to it in my pagan ways. The Lover's card is pretty much in the Hierophant. Mine is called the Elder. Where are we in our journey? The Fool enters the realm of love, a realm more inexplicit and more potent than any other. Its power is about a bolt from the blue. Suddenly, he feels more alive in that everything has more sharply in focus. Every color brighter, every sound more beautiful. He is completely present in the moment, without thought of the past or future. This is something he cannot control or rationalize, and it's unlike anything he's ever known before. This is what it's like to be in love. I show it all the time. People love watching me fall in love because it's so uncontrollable. I can't stand it. I can't be logical. I make a fool out of myself. I'm just all in, and I just fucking love you, and I just... Oh, God. It felt good to go on that little escapade last week. But now they're like, that's practice. For what? For what? Your emperor. God damn it. Meanwhile, you got twin flames chasing some fucking karmic lesson around. Jesus Christ. Cheese and rice. Anyways, the ancient goddess Greeks thought that the very first divine being that emerged from the primordial chaos. What? And the whole driving force behind creation was love, which bound spirit and matter together, creating the world from opposites. And that's me. They took all this chaos and put love in it. That's exactly what happened. That's what's so funny. That is so funny. That was a good dad joke. Way to go, father. I just want to point out, I've been going through a lot of throat chakra shit lately. My throat be on fire. It's all like, ugh. I'm just going through a lot of throat chakra shit. Anyways, let's see. That's pretty funny. The union of God and goddess at the point of their sacred marriage. Oh God. An act in which brings about all creation. You wanted them to propose and get married. I know what I wanted, but I'm scared of what I wanted. Why'd you tell me you wanted to get married if you didn't want to get married? I mean, oh, it's happening so fast. I haven't even took a shower yet. Oh God. And my necklace broke yesterday. Oh God. Oh God. Everything has an opposite, night and day, summer and winter, life and death. They are not separate and distinct, but aspects of whole, degrees of the same that have a meeting point. Love reminds the fool of the unity that underlines the universe, enables him to embrace the wholeness that unifies male and female, Atheme and cup, through the emotion and the physical and the spiritual, and his soul and the divine. Ultimately, this card is about love, both human love and divine love. Everyone has felt the intense emotion of love from some time. My heart's on fire. Like, don't make me love them. It's so dangerous when I get out there. Gosh. A transformative experience, and that's what it is. It's like, oh God, they're going to release her again. I am so full of universal love, it's exploding, and it explodes inside of me, and I explodes in people's DMs, and they're just like, it's very explosive energy that makes people run away. I want to love you. Is it needy? I mean, I need to let this out on someone. I can't contain it. That's what I said. God, you didn't make me fall in love. God said, go love you. And he's like, I can't hold it back. It's killing me. And I kind of like this feeling anyway, so we'll go with it. Go with it. No, I'm not going to an hourly motel, fucking Steve. Steve's love tarot. That's not the type of love I'm having. You see, you tarot readers. He's like, you might be going on an adventure, like at an hourly hotel. No, I was trying to have an adventure in the woods, like the Lady and Lord of the Woods. Very fairy tale, you know. Who's the Lady and the Lord of the Woods? I told you. It's the Empress and the Emperor. We were going to go consummate our love in the woods. But then I realized what comes next. Babies. I was like, oh man, we gotta be on the right page about coming out here and making babies. You're gonna be there after the baby making? Do you know what suit we have to wear after that? I'm so funny. I am so funny. That's it. You pulled out your... I was excited. Oh, I was overly excited. I bought lingerie and stuff. I'm excited. Terrified, but excited. Moving on. That's what it's like. Oh man, it's uncontrollable. That's why you're like, I don't want to go love no one, because I am like such a fool in love, and I just really am uncontrollable. I get hurt every time I go out there. Well, I learned a lot about myself, and I didn't really have a love life, so this life in love is hilarious. It's my twin flame journey. I hope the journey is about to end soon with some new love. It's like the only way out is in. Yep, the only way out of love with them is in love with someone else. But it's not in bed. Well, maybe we'll end up in bed this time. Making babies. That'll be further than I got with any of them. Oh! Somebody wants to give me their seed. You didn't even want to give me your time and energy. Ugh, douchebags. Alright, anyways, the Lover's card can describe a life-changing choice, choosing something or someone your soul needs on the path of spiritual growth. And what your soul needs most is love. The love of the god and goddess is poured out upon the earth, and their love, or their law, is love for all beings, an unconditional love that is measureless and infinite. We are more used to conditional love, the kind that requires certain behaviors in order to receive love in return, and withdraws it when those behaviors aren't forthcoming. Yeah, that's what he did. I was being too much, so he just ghosted me. I mean, not really, but pretty much. That's it. And like, I didn't act right, so now you're going to take your attention away from me. That's not nice. I don't like that. This makes love a currency, a loan to be repaid. Unconditional love is a generous gift that comes without strings, the kind that a parent has for a child, which is constant, even while the child behaves badly and the parent corrects it. I still love you. When you act from unconditional love, it is a reward in itself, joyful and liberating. Forgiveness is the greatest act of love that you can perform, and one which frees you from the burdens of negative feelings. And that's it. How can you forgive them? Because I love them. Not being very loving, being unforgiving. Remember that unconditional love is given to all beings freely, and it includes yourself. You are valuable and worthy of love as much as anyone else in the universe. Loving unconditionally reconciles your internal conflicts and creates an inner harmony that brings you closer to the oneness that is the union with the divine. In a reading, the choice you face might be rewarding new career, belief system, or a person you feel is your soulmate. I mean, there's a lot of them out there. The card can represent a committed and loving relationship, but it's never a flirtatious or brief one. Cool, because I wanted it to last longer than an hour. You know, as Cinderella, they don't give me much time out there. Whatever it is, it exerts a powerful, overwhelming attraction, even when you know it may create difficulties and mean sacrificing something else. A community, a belief, a relationship, or existing career. I know, because if I commit to a man, then everything else falls off. No more playing games. No more waiting for some guy. I got one. I'm not going to be like, oh, well, if you don't work out, I can go back to what... No, I got you. I don't need another one. However, it is important that you make the right choice. The rockiest road, welcome to the Rockies, the rockiest road is sometimes the one we need to travel in order to find fulfillment. We had a rocky beginning, is what I heard. You don't want to take this new relationship and fuck it up. I want to ride this and see what it's made, what it can do. It's up to you. If you just if you just go for the easy option, you may regret it forever. Examine all your motives and be sure that you act from what your soul truly needs and not from transcendent desire. On page 143. Reversed. You made the wrong choice for selfish reasons, and now you're blaming everyone and everything but yourself. Perhaps a relationship is not as harmonious because you want different things from life. Yeah. Perhaps you are out of harmony with yourself. Examine your ethics and belief systems to resolve and act from what you know to be true and right in the future. I mean, you fucked around, you found out, and if you're in a bad relationship, and I talked about this yesterday, it's like, it's a choice to stay unhappy. I assure you, if you're not happy, they're not happy. And you're both choosing unhappiness because neither one of you are brave enough to start over. I saw that on a post yesterday. Imagine from having a 10-year relationship to going to, what's your favorite color? What does that mean? I spent many years being all a part of somebody's life, only to spend many more years being a part of someone else's life. That's it. I mastered that person. Or they manipulated me, whatever you want to call it, however you want to paint the narrative. You outgrew that person. And it was time for you to, find a new partner in life. Or you could stay and hold on to Adam and Eve for the rest of life. With your cursed children and your boring-ass life running from God. I don't know. Do whatever you want. It's your life, I guess. God's judging it. And in the essence, it's like He's asking us to open up back to love. As I see this, I see Marshall. It's like, Marshall, are you gonna heed this calling, bro? He wants us to go love again. Jesus. I'm the only one that gets out here and does this stupid shit. I make it look very terrifying. But it is. It's terrifying to walk in your heart and make mistakes and look all silly to people. But you're so proud of yourself because you never acted like this before. You were never brave enough like this before. You didn't even want to do it. And the more you do it, your rejection line gets longer and longer. You're like, damn, I am like a pro at this. What's my next date? Who's that next guy? It's like, I mean, in all essence, I don't have this, this fucking unbelief that every relationship's going to work anymore. I realize that this is going to work as long as I can work at it, and we'll see what we learn from it. And I had to learn that the hard way, friends and stuff. I get attached to people. I wish I could, finally found a friend. I wish I could keep this friend, and then God rips this friend out. Why? Because we were only, as I grew, I outgrew them. I needed someone when I was on that level, but then automatically I left that level, and I needed someone else that would be on my level. That's what's important about this, is my partner has to be a person that's all about, growth and healing too. Willing to sit there and take all that time on themselves as I take the time with myself. Otherwise, what do we have in common? I'm just going to keep outgrowing you. I'm going to sit on the couch literally outgrowing you. Mentally, emotionally, spiritually, probably physically. And that's what it is. You got to find someone that's on your level. And ultimately, mentally, is what I said. I'm not sure if that twin flame is just afraid to have those, you know, that deep type of connection in the brain, or literally just doesn't have the capacity to have deep conversations about intellectual things out of this world. As a teacher, I don't have a problem with that as long as you want to sit down and learn. But if you're ignorant to learning, that's not going to work, because all I do around here is learn and teach. Learn and teach, learn and teach, learn and teach, learn and teach. So if you're not trying to learn something about yourself and be taught about yourself and then teach someone else, what do we really have in common here? We're going after different things. So keep that in mind, Mr. Loverboy. Loverboy. That's a beautiful song. I'm going to play that song. That's from Dirty Dancing. It's a beautiful song. Fuck, I don't know the rest of the words. I just heard it. It's from Dirty Dancing. I'll pull up the soundtrack and know the song when I see it. There's some great soundtracks on that. Ha! We're Dirty Dancing. I love it. I want to dance with somebody. Oh, God, they're awakening all of it. Let me take a shower. Get a meal. Jesus, I'm not ready for love. Nobody ever is, are you? You're not ready for trials and tribulations, but some of them are, you know, love shouldn't be so hard. What is it? It's fear. Nothing in life is really hard. You're just afraid of it. You're afraid of putting in the work. What's the work? Being a good person. I gotta be a good girl. I'm gonna fuck this up again. Don't be a bitch. Don't be a bitch. I'm such a bitch, though. Can you be forgiving to my bitchness and know that this too shall pass? Are you gonna feed into my bitchness? Are you gonna make me feel like a bitch? Do I have to be a bitch with you? It's not you, it's me. Really. I'm not really worried about you and your problems. Unless they become a problem for me. But ultimately, whatever you and however you act is not my problem. My problem is how I alchemize my reaction to your actions. You're all God's children. No matter who you are, I gotta, like, you know, try to hold this shit together. The very thought of that is hilarious. Hold it together, Lilith. What am I holding together? My bowels? Like, what the fuck? I'm about to lose it with these people. Anyways, that's Metatron. This is the universe. I am your messenger of God, and I'm getting married and having babies. That's it. How long have you been saying that? I mean, I'll say it until it happens. Told you! I told you I was getting married and having babies. I've been speaking this on my life for a long time. Power of manifestation. It doesn't just work like that. You don't just think happy thoughts. You have to take difficult actions. That's not how that works. I wasn't going to just get married, bro. I had a lot of fucking work, rehabilitational work to do. You know, coming out of R. Kelly's meat locker and being pissed on my own life. Now they're about to release that guy out of jail. That's funny to me. I came for his release. Release the music. Release the Kraken. Sorry, it's a spiritual thing. It has nothing to do with this. We've never really met in this world. He's the soundtrack to my life, like the rest of these douchebags. It's a soul tie. Soul tribe. Alright, I love you laters. What are we teaching later? I hope I'm done teaching today. I gotta get prepared for my wedding day. You guys make me laugh. Did that come out of my mouth? That's funny. Alright, I'll talk to you guys later. Laters, haters.